Got a lot of material to cover, so I'm going to jump right into it. All right, so my name is Joseph Piner. I'm the manufacturing manager here at LS Cable and System USA. I graduated from Northern Nash in '98. Did a stint in the Marine Corps in the early 2000s. Um, Completed my associate's in art degree from ECC, and I'm now working towards my BS in business admin here at Westland. So for my HRM project, I chose to interview HRM professional, and the person I chose was Van Smith. I've known Van, worked with her for the past 15 years. She has an extensive background in human resources management. As you can see, she got her BS in industrial relations from University of Chapel Hill. She started her career in production, actually, as a production supervisor, working directly with the frontline operators for about 5 years. And then after that, she's got about 35 years of human resources experience with her various roles. She's currently the director of human resources for our company. Like I said, for the past 15 years, she's got a professional human resources certificate, and she is a member of the Society for Human Resource Management. Um, so she's got a lot of experience and a lot of letters after her title. Van's group consists of herself. She's got a human resources generalist, payroll benefits specialist, payroll coordinator, as well as training coordinator, and our safety manager reports to Van within her role in human resources. The company that we work for, LS Cable and System USA, we're a manufacturing company located in Tarboro, North Carolina. I live in Nash County, and Van lives in Pitt County in Greenville. So we both commute in every day to our place of employment. A little bit about the company. Started in 1962. It is a South Korean owned company. This is their first manufacturing venture here in North America. LS, the same company as LG. I'm sure you've heard of LG products, electronics, dishwashers, televisions, etc. So it's a huge worldwide company. We're just a small part of that as a subsidiary. Here in Tarboro, we're sitting on 140 acres, 580,000 square foot under roof. So we're responsible for just over 300 employees, and that includes our corporate offices and our sales, which are located in Atlanta, Georgia. The products that we manufacture, we manufacture electrical cables, industrial power cables, and medium voltage for underground distribution. Think of if you get your utilities or electricity from Duke Energy, these are the types of cables they'll be using to bring energy from their substation into your neighborhood or business. And that's what I was just explaining. Electrical distribution, underground utility, large construction projects or renewables such as solar or wind. That's really our biggest growth area and demand for our products out in the market. These are some of our customers, utility customers, Georgia Power. We recently won a contract with Duke Energy, so we will be providing our product locally here in our backyard to Duke, one of the largest utility companies on the East Coast. And so that's pretty exciting news for us. The careers, just to kind of give you, for a manufacturing standpoint, we've got careers in production, quality testing, maintenance, logistics, finance, administration, which does include human resources and engineering. So our business pretty much covers a wide range of employment opportunities and types of employment that Van is dealing with her team on a day-to-day basis. This also requires some recruitment challenges to fill the various roles, especially for a rural area such as Tarboro. Part of our pay structure, we've got 6 hourly pay bands. They range anywhere from $16 to $20 per hour. Um, Employees, once they begin working here, 30 days after they start, their benefits kick in, and they're going to get a slight pay increase up till they reach their 120 days if they're progressing through the system and their training is going well until they reach top pay in their position. Also, we have an annual merit-based increase where the employee is going to receive a salary increase based on their performance due to the previous 12 months here at the company. As far as benefits, we've got very competitive benefits with good health care coverage. We've got health savings plans plus either a high or low PPO program, dental and vision coverage, prescription. One thing that I like is we do education assistance and gym membership reimbursement, which I think is key for if we want to grow and develop our employees, giving them better access to health and wellness benefits as well as education benefits is really going to help us grow as a company as well as our employees on an individual basis. So, as far as employee opportunity and safety, LS Cable and System equal opportunity employer does not discriminate against any employer applicant for employment based on race, color, religion, national origin, age, gender, sex. I won't go through the whole spiel. I mean, this is pretty standard boilerplate material for most companies. You know, we have to meet the employment opportunity standards set forth by the laws that are on the books and through various amendments over the years to make sure our employees are not discriminated against for either being their ethnicity or their gender preference. As far as employee safety, we've got a robust safety program, which you have to when you're dealing in manufacturing and large equipment. We put a great deal of effort in implementing onboarding safety training programs, which start with the HR role with the onboarding process. We have classes, um, job safety analysis for each position in the company to make sure that we're identifying those key points where someone could be injured and removing those opportunities for accidents to occur. Uh, we provide monthly safety meetings, safety follow-ups if there is an accident. We have corrective actions that we have to follow up on, and OSHA 12 training for all of our supervisors and management team. Part of the HRM role is for job analysis and design. You can see here, this is just an example of one of our position descriptions where each position is going to be looked at through initially the HR role to determine, the education experience requirements, any licensing, and that's going to tie into our engineering and management team to determine what exactly each role needs for it to have a positive impact on the company for that role. And HR starts that process with job analysis and design for these materials. For planning and recruitment, these are just some of the minimum requirements that VAN has in place to be employed by LS Cable and System. Obviously, for hourly employees and salary, the minimum age is 18 years. A person's got to be able to lift 50 pounds or more. And we do require a career readiness certification from the community colleges. The CRC is basically it's some testing, just testing the basic knowledge on math, communication skills that we want to meet a certain threshold for our employees before they are hired so they can more easily understand our processes and learn through the training program that we have. Under the planning and recruitment, obviously the demands of the forecast, basically annually we have our budget planning process for the next year. Van and the management team receive a sales forecast for our plant. We're going to look at what capacity is going to be used, and if we need to, basically hire based on increases in sales or if we have a sales downturn, possible layoffs or rifts or reduction in force or reallocation of those employees through training. Um, we've also got to understand our local community talent pool, what labor supply is available out within Nash and Edgecombe County and Pitt, and understand the skill gaps that we have here in the company. And Van's team and HRM plays a key role in making those decisions and doing that investigative work to make sure we have the correct talent pool coming into the plant. For selection, placement, training, performance management, we have an interview process. Department managers interview candidates. Candidates are selected based on their, how their interview went, their qualifications. Also, the HR department is going to perform background checks back to 7 years and drug screening to, vet the employees before they come in and work with our current workforce. And then the training is going to begin with the new hire orientation that our HR department has set up, which these subsequent slides you can see. Day one is going to start with the first thing we want to discuss is safety, our new hire paperwork, employee handbook. Then we're going to go into payroll and benefits, explain, one key topic is making sure our employees understand what benefits they have available to them. So we want to communicate effectively how their benefits work, when they kick in, what's available, and how to access them. Day two, a lot more safety. Our quality management system will give them tours of the facility so they understand, the area they're working in. And on day three, again, more safety. HR and engineering and manufacturing really is the focus on that last day. And then a review by the HR department to make sure everybody understands the information we've provided them. If needed, finally, day four, again, a huge emphasis on safety before they hit the floor to start their on-the-job training. So for development, separation, and retention, we're always trying to upskill our employees through outside education sources, utilizing our community college. We want to foster a culture that supports internal growth. We always want to promote from within, as those employees have a proven track record with the company, and they also already understand the basics of wire and cable manufacturing. For retention, we do have an Employee of the Month program where employees can win up to $500 based on their individual contributions, as well as a $5,000 monthly budget where we can incentivize good ideas that are shared from our employees that make business improvements. Our annual merit increase program, which I've already discussed, service award programs, and flexible work schedules, mainly in the office areas. Obviously, with the manufacturing process, it's a pretty fixed schedule we have to adhere to. Ellis is a global company, as I mentioned, headquartered in South Korea. And some of the global or international issues that arise from Van, her quote, Ellis Cable USA is a Korean-owned subsidiary, so I deal with my many global issues that domestic companies don't have to address. This includes language, cultural barriers. Some of our specialty employees or engineering support, Van has to manage the visa process with local attorneys to, legally get Korean expatriates into our workforce. They normally stay 3 to 5 years to support us with engineering expertise in wire and cable field. So 3 additional questions I added to the 10. I asked Van what was the most challenging part of her role. She said the current job market is challenging for hiring and retention and drug screening. I think most companies are experiencing that challenge as well. The most rewarding, she mentioned, just interacting with the people, seeing employees grow with the company, and hiring local talent to fill our manning needs. And the advice she gives for anyone looking to go into the HRM field is you have to be flexible. You have to live by a code of ethics. There's a lot of sensitive documentation and information you have in this role, and you've got to make sure you protect it and your employees at all times. But she said sometimes it's a thankless job because not a lot of people give a lot of credence to what HR is doing behind the scenes, but it is vastly important to keep our company strong and healthy.